Maiden Castle is an Iron Age hill fort 1.6 miles, 2.6 kilometers, southwest of Dorchester, in the English county of Dorset. Hill forts were fortified hilltop settlements constructed across Britain during the Iron Age. The earliest archaeological evidence of human activity on the site consists of a Neolithic causewayed enclosure and bank barrow. In about 1800 BC, during the Bronze Age, the site was used for growing crops before being abandoned. Maiden Castle itself was built in about 600 BC. The early phase was a simple and unremarkable site, similar to many other hill forts in Britain and covering 6.4 hectares, 16 acres. Around 450 BC it was greatly expanded and the enclosed area nearly tripled in size to 19 hectares, 47 acres, making it the largest hill fort in Britain and, by some definitions, the largest in Europe. At the same time, Maiden Castle's defenses were made more complex with the addition of further ramparts and ditches. Around 100 BC, habitation at the hill fort went into decline and became concentrated at the eastern end of the site. It was occupied until at least the Roman period, by which time it was in the territory of the Durotriges, a Celtic tribe. After the Roman conquest of Britain in the 1st century AD, Maiden Castle appears to have been abandoned, although the Romans may have had a military presence on the site. In the late 4th century AD, a temple and ancillary buildings were constructed. In the 6th century AD the hill top was entirely abandoned and was used only for agriculture during the medieval period. One exception is Maiden Castle in Dorset, the largest hill fort in Britain, where a number of skeletons with evidence of wounds were discovered by the renowned archaeologist Sir Mortimer Wheeler in the 1930s. When the artist Paul Nash visited Wheeler's excavation he evocatively described how the sun beat down on the glinting white bones which were disposed in elegant clusters and sprays of blanched sprigs and branches. One group of burials behind the inner bank of the eastern entrance outworks became known as the War Cemetery. In his memoir Wheeler recounted how one skull showed the square piercing of a quadrangular Roman ballista bolt, whilst another skeleton, most vivid relic of all, had an iron arrowhead embedded deeply in a vertebra. This last unhappy warrior, as he lay grievously wounded, had been finished off by a cut to the head.